This is ABC 7 News at 5. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus.
And I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks for being with us tonight. Our top story, the start of a new school year. Students in Manatee County are saying goodbye to summer break and going back to class tomorrow.
Teachers at schools throughout the county are finishing their final preparations. ABC 7's Rick Adams joins us now live from Braden River High School with more on some of the new things teachers, students, and parents have to look forward to. Rick.
Yeah, guys, it's hard to believe a new school year is already upon us here in Manatee County. The school district is looking forward to a great year ahead. It's that time of year. Manatee County officially kicks off their school year on Wednesday. Teachers and administrators have been spending many weeks in preparation for opening day and beyond. It's something Braden River High School social studies teacher Lauren Burnett looks forward to each and every year.
I'm definitely ready for the new school year. We have done a lot of meetings, preparation, things like that.
On Wednesday, this classroom and other classrooms throughout Manatee County will be filled with students. They'll be taking their seats for the start of another exciting school year. Something new for the Manatee County School District for the 2016-2017 school year is ManaTeach. Teachers throughout the school district are now able to videotape their classroom activity for as long as 2 minutes and have it placed on the school district's YouTube channel.
We want to allow people in the community to go inside our classrooms to see what teaching and learning looks like in the 21st century, and we think this is a great way to do it.
One teacher who is thrilled about ManaTeach is Abby Toole Plummer. She teaches TV production at Braden River High School.
I think it's a great opportunity for the community to see what students are doing in class and what the teachers have taught them, and them showing their experience in a video. It brings it all to life.
In addition to ManaTeach, the Manatee County School District will have a new mobile app coming out in about a month. It's an app that will allow parents and students to directly get information from the school and the school district. And while Manatee County schools begin tomorrow, Sarasota County schools get underway next Tuesday. Reporting live from Bradenton, I'm Rick Adams. Back to you.
Thank you, Rick. Although actually the Sarasota County students start on August 22nd. Drivers will need to be extra cautious and patient in and around marked school zones in Manatee County. Kids will be boarding buses early tomorrow morning, and officers will be enforcing slower speed limits. The majority of elementary schools will start at 8:30. For middle schoolers, class begins at 9:20, and high school students have to be there early, 7:30 or 7:45. Also new this year, many students and teachers from Orange Ridge Bullock will be starting the school year at Rogers Garden Bullock Elementary. The school district closed Orange Ridge at the end of the school year. There's also a new policy district-wide. Hoverboards have been added to the Student Code of Conduct's list of prohibited items.
City of Sarasota is moving forward with the possibility of adding new parking meters in downtown Sarasota. Today, the city's advisory board met to solidify that plan. The project calls for 450 to 500 parking meters on Gulfstream Avenue and Main Street. Those meters would also use an app-based technology to allow drivers to pay for and monitor parking on their phones. But the plan is very controversial still. Business owners worry it could deter people from coming downtown. But the city says it would actually help business by increasing turnover in those parking spaces.
It just, deterring the people to come downtown. It's just not good for business.
We'll make sure that there's always spaces available on their block. And that's the key to getting customers on the sidewalks and in their stores.
Plan still has to be approved by the City Commission before moving forward. Still no word on how much this project would cost.
Happening now, state transportation officials are explaining the changes that will be made to the Cortez Bridge. FDOT is considering repairing the bridge. However, it's also looking at replacing the span with a 21 or 35-foot drawbridge or a 65-foot fixed bridge. The public hearing is being held at the St. Bernard Catholic Church on South Harbor Drive in Holmes Beach until 7 o'clock tonight.
Sarasota County officials will consider an ordinance to update their current flood guidelines to match the new FEMA flood maps. County officials say the changes will align their current flood ordinance to match the federal guidelines. The move allows residents to current flood zones to take advantage of discounts offered by the National Flood Insurance Program. Without the change, thousands of residents who currently qualify for that discount would have lost them.
That we will continue to participate in the National Flood Insurance Program, and Sarasota County residents actually receive over $7 million worth of discounts annually through this program.
There is a possible downside. Adopting the new map could change some residents' flood insurance rates. County officials are expected to vote on the new measure next month.
This nonstop rain is creating a few problems on the Suncoast. There's some minor flooding on roadways. In Sarasota, a lane on US 41 near Bee Ridge Road was closed for about 3 hours this afternoon and has since reopened. Recently, this has become a flood-prone area in part because crews are working on road improvements. Also, the Children's Fountain and Bobby Jones Golf Club are now closed for the day due to rainy weather. Bobby Jones has received more than 9 inches of rain since July 25th. The course manager says there were actually some waves on the 18th green a little earlier today, so that tells you how bad the flooding is there.
That would make for some tough putting, I would think.
Yeah, it would. Just a little bit.
Yeah, we've had a lot of rain. Let's find out how much more we can expect with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob?
Yeah, and I'm sure that's not the only course that is closed due to the heavy rainfall that we've had over the past couple of days. Many courses seeing up to 2 to 3 inches of rainfall just today here across parts of the Suncoast, especially in northwest Manatee County, and it looks like that's going to continue. This broad area of low pressure continues to drift further away from the area. However, it's still big enough, though, that it's creating and generating flow and showers and storms moving on into the Suncoast at this time. You can see from the rotation of the radar imagery right here. Here's where the low pressure appears to be, right there over the panhandle of Florida. It continues to move toward the west. You can see the showers here moving off toward the west, while these are moving off to the east. So indeed, the circulation and rotation right there. I mentioned the showers that are moving onshore now, and they're moving toward Bent Tree and actually over Bent Tree right now, and also Heritage Oaks, and looks like some rainfall along Bee Ridge, I-75, all the way up to Laurel, and a few lightning strikes with those cells too. And then another area of showers approaching Anna Maria Island, so more rain on the way through the evening. We'll have more in the forecast. Let you know when the end is in sight coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. A 5-year-old Northport boy who was hit by a car yesterday has died. The crash happened at the intersection of Tropicare Boulevard and Wampy Drive. Northport police believe 5-year-old Sawyer Gordon was playing in a driveway and then he darted out into the road. Police say the driver tried to avoid hitting the boy, but he could not. No charges are expected against the driver.
Now an update on Delta's global computer problems. A day later, travelers are still dealing with canceled and delayed flights. By early this afternoon, more than 500 flights had been scrubbed and nearly 1,200 were delayed. At Sarasota International Airport, Sarasota Bradenton International, 3 Delta flights were canceled today and 4 others delayed. The airline still struggling to recover from an outage at its Atlanta headquarters yesterday that brought a global meltdown of its communication systems. Delta is offering refunds and travel vouchers to affected passengers.
And ABC 7 business commentator Richard Stern is joining us now, and he's about to tell us that the stock market is just about as dull as our weather. Richard.
Haley, unfortunately, you're absolutely right. Dull, boring, summer doldrums, call it what you will. And on this dull, boring summer doldrums day, 2 record closes on Wall Street, although I confess that didn't take very much. The top to bottom range today was only 78 points. The Dow was up 56 points at its high and then down 22 points at the low. And we basically finished right where we started. Let's take a look at the numbers, and boring they would be. There you see the Dow up 3 3/4 points, a whopping 0.02%, closing at 18,533.05 on light volume of 577 million shares. Now here's record number 1, the NASDAQ, the big mover of the day, up just over 12 points, 1/4%, closing at 5,225.48. Also on light volume of 1,602 million shares. And record number 2, there you see it, the S&P up by 0.04%, less than 1 point, but up nonetheless at 2,181.74. Well, the following story comes under the guidelines of it really is true. You can't make this stuff up. Take a look at that. That is what is called a Whopperito. That is, in fact, a combination of a regular Whopper inside a flour tortilla with queso sauce instead of ketchup, mustard, or mayo. It is on the Burger King menu as of next Monday. It will be on the menu for 3 to 4 months, at which point they'll decide if it's been successful and whether they'll keep it. $2.99 is all that it costs. I tried to find out exactly how many calories are in the Whopperito, but Apparently right now that information is not available. Again, Scott Haley, this will be available next Monday, so I expect you to get in line early to take advantage of the Whopperito.
I'm open to it because of the queso. That kind of sounds good to me.
I don't think you want to know the calories.
No,
Richard,
you
frankly. Yeah. Some late news on Disney, though.
Yes, also about as dull as the weather. They did announce their earnings after the market closed today. They were a penny better than Wall Street expectations. The stock reacted just a little bit, so we'll see what it does tomorrow. But their theme parks did very well, and their movies particularly did well during the quarter.
They sure did. All right, Richard, thank you so much. Still to come in your Suncoast News, a big jump in Zika cases in Florida, how the affected area in Miami is already suffering due to this outbreak.
And ABC 7 Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your full weather forecast. Plus, the science behind swiping right, what popular dating apps say about your personality, and Health Smart.
Need new windows? Buy direct from the factory. New South Window is having a sale. The more you buy, the more you save. Buy 4 windows, save 25%. Buy 6 windows, save 30%. Buy 8 or more windows and save 35%. How? Because New South owns the factory and you cut out the middleman. Award-winning, energy-efficient windows and doors installed with a lifetime warranty. New South Windows are made in Florida for Florida homes by Florida workers. Visit newsouthwindow.com or call now.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beauty Rest, Eye Comfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Just because someone grows older, does that mean they have to grow apart from their friends or from the things they love to do? With Right at Home, it doesn't. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to help with personal care, housekeeping, meals, and most of all, staying engaged in life.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Are you ready to go?
Oh, I sure am.
We can provide the right care right at home.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, it's all about getting more for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. Stop by to see our new state-of-the-art showroom today, and you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet, a new 2016 Subaru Forester, for just $229 a month. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Welcome back, 2 of my favorite guests, Cash 3 and Play 4.
Surprise! We're Pick 3 and Pick 4 now.
Whoa!
But we still play exactly the same. We just got a fresh new look.
Speaking of surprises, I have one for you. Say hello to Pick 2 and Pick 5!
Introducing the complete Pick family of games.
We're family now.
The new Pick 2 and Pick 5 have joined Pick 3 and Pick 4 to give you more choices in your daily gameplay. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
A newborn in Texas has become the state's first Zika-related death.
Health officials say the baby girl was born with microcephaly, a condition caused by the Zika virus in which a child's head is abnormally small. The executive director of Harris County Public Health says the baby's mother had traveled to El Salvador during her pregnancy, and that's where they believe she became infected.
It's really important that we remind ourselves that if we do travel to a Zika-affected area, and that includes now a pocket in Miami, that we are wearing insect repellent and taking all the precautions that we need to be taking here at home as well.
The only other confirmed Zika-related death in the U.S. was an elderly Utah man who died in June. He also suffered from other health conditions. And the number of people in Florida with the Zika virus who likely contracted it through a mosquito bite keeps climbing. Today, 4 new additional cases in Miami, bringing the total to 21. The area in Miami where pregnant women are being told not to visit because of Zika is now asking government officials for help. Business owners there say they've been losing money since local Zika infections were announced. They're asking for recovery funds for retailers, gallery and restaurant owners who say visitors have stopped coming.
Well, it's understandable. I mean, it's understandable, but it's hard on those trying to work there. And
absolutely, yeah.
And speaking of that, there's a lot of standing water around. Mosquitoes love that; they breed, and then obviously, so around your house, and you should be making sure there's no gathering water and empty those out. People have been emptying them out every day, it seems, as of late. And you talked about dull weather. It's not too dull for me. It's been very exciting. You think about dull. Dull is mostly sunny, highs in the low 90s, and a slight chance for showers. That's dull, but we've had a lot of rainfall around, and it has been rather exciting for the folks up north, north of us, where there's been flooding going on there. There's still some flood warnings. The good news is the flood watch has been dropped for much of the west central coast of Florida from the National Weather Service. The low will continue to drift away from west central Florida, improving Wednesday somewhat, a little bit better, and then Thursday we'll be back to the basics with that sunshine in the morning, a few afternoon and evening thunderstorms as we see a return to that southeasterly wind component during the morning hours and the sea breeze interactions causing the showers and storms. Look at these storms firing up this afternoon along the east coast. Boy, just a tremendous line of intense thunderstorms, almost looks like a feeder band into this area of low pressure, which is just now over the panhandle of Florida. And you can see this line of showers approaching the Sun Coast once again. We've already had up to 2.5 inches of rainfall in some areas, and now more on the way this evening. Right now, this one lone shower that blew up just to the west of Siesta Key about a half hour to 45 minutes ago is now moving toward Hidden River. It's already produced some heavy rainfall near Palmer Ranch, also some rain near Osprey. But look at this line, continues to advance in our direction. It is weakening, but I think it'll have enough energy to hold on and bring us some evening showers here just after the 7 o'clock hour. I mentioned the rainfall estimates today. Again, the heavier rainfall over west portions of Manatee County. I know up near northwest Bradenton they had up to 2.5 inches of rainfall there, but there's the bullseye. Since Friday, over 2 feet of rainfall in the northeast Gulf of Mexico, and some of that stretching right up into Dixie and Taylor counties, where they've had up to 15 inches of rain. And I got a viewer from Northport suggesting they had over 4 inches of rainfall yesterday with that event that moved on through. The flood watch will expire, but the flood warnings continue in those 2 counties I mentioned. Also in the panhandle of Florida, flooding going on right now. It's 82 at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport. The dew point, it's 77. That's way up there. Winds out of the west and northwest at 5 miles an hour. Temperatures around the area into the low 80s. 79 now in Orlando. It's 78 in Mayaca City, 81 in Northport, a bit warmer in Punta Gorda, 79 degrees in Bradenton now, and 78 in Arcadia. This particular model didn't do very well with the showers that are out there right now, so we'll keep an eye on it. Right now it looks like we will see showers and storms again in the morning, but the main focus will be to our north. But I would not be surprised to see 1 or 2 lone storms tomorrow produce some locally heavy rainfall. Probably not as much as we've seen over the past 2 days. And then by Thursday, we get back to the sunshine throughout much of the morning and early afternoon, and then the sea breeze front will be very active in the afternoon and evening, so we'll keep a pretty good chance for scattered afternoon and evening storms in the mix on Thursday through the weekend. So more storms for boaters tomorrow. South winds at 10 knots. Seas will be right around 2 feet. The water temperature has cooled at 85 degrees, and the beaches will see a high near 88 degrees. Low tide upcoming at 12:10 at just after midnight, then a high tide at 5:49, and sunset we won't see much of it 8:13. Tonight, overnight storms, mostly cloudy. Scattered thunderstorms are possible with some of these showers. 77 for your low. Tomorrow, some heavy rain possible, but not as many storms. The coverage won't be as wide, but there'll still be a few. 89 for your high. The rain chance dropping a little bit, 60%. And then back to the basics as we work through the weekend with that 50 to 40% chance of rain in the afternoon and evening. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. We have reports of a major crash in Manatee County. It's on I-75 in the southbound lanes, right near the State Road 70 exit. And as you can see, it is backing up traffic on the interstate. Also slow going if you're heading north from south of that exit on Interstate 75 at this hour. Haley?
Thank you, Scott. In health news tonight, air pollution has been linked to a risk of lung cancer, but it may also affect those who already have the disease. Researchers at USC examined cancer registry data on more than 350,000 people who were diagnosed with lung cancer. They found patients who lived in communities with higher than average levels of air pollution typically died sooner than those who lived in places with cleaner air. Patients with lung cancer may be a new subgroup of people susceptible to health impacts of air pollution, since exposures after diagnosis may impact how long they live. There's been an overall decline in cigarette smoking among adults since the 1960s, but some racial and ethnic groups are still smoking at high rates. That's according to a study published by the CDC. It found between 2010 and 2013, the smoking rates for whites was about 25%, while Asians overall was about 11%. For blacks, it was also about 25% and also 20% among Hispanics. American Indians and Alaskan Natives had the highest prevalence of cigarette smoking at almost 39%. What does using dating apps reveal about your psyche? Men who use Tinder appear to have lower levels of self-esteem compared to men who don't use the dating app. And Tinder users in general in this new study reported having more negative perceptions about their bodies. Both men and women on Tinder felt more shame about their bodies. They tended to internalize societal expectations of beauty and compare themselves physically to others. Researchers did point out, though, that this study does not prove Tinder caused these issues. Coming up, a good reminder to protect your phones and iPads at theme parks, how one woman learned that lesson the hard way. And you're never too old to try something new, how one senior citizen is living her life on the edge.
ABC7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store of choice. Powered by the iAssociates, providing sight for life. The all-new MySuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
We've been slow smoking over oak for more than 45 years. And while sticking to tried and true traditions is kind of our thing, it doesn't hurt to throw something new in the smoker every now and then. Come get some slow smoked chicken wings at Sonny's Barbecue. Order them as an appetizer or as part of a combo with pork, baby back ribs, or both, starting at $10.99. Sonny's Barbecue, local pitmasters since '68.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
Do you have what it takes to become a champion? The Sarasota YMCA Shark Swim Team has been developing champions since 1961. Fall swim team tryouts for kids ages 6 through 18 are being held August 15th through the 18th and August 22nd to the 25th from 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Tryouts are held at the Evelyn Sadler Jones branch, YMCA's Selby Aquatic Center. For more information, visit SarasotaYMCA.org Sharks.
Welcome to the all-new Seymour Buick GMC on the island of Venice.
Seymour smiles.
Seymour selection of quality new and pre-owned vehicles.
Seymour for your trade-in.
Seymour savings.
Discover the new Buick and get cash back for up to 16% of the MSRP on select 2016 Buick vehicles. That's nearly $8,000 cash back on this Buick LaCrosse.
Seymour now at Seymour Buick GMC on the island of Venice. Go to SeymourBuickGMC.com.
Some employees at a grocery store team up to stop a robbery in Chicago. Their heroic efforts all caught on camera. It was closing time when two would-be robbers marched in, pulled a gun, and demanded cash. A store employee charged the robbers and chased them out of the store. Other employees soon followed. They chased the bad guys outside and tackled one before the other robber hit a worker with a gun.
We noticed that the guns weren't real, so everybody started chasing after the guy, and we actually were able to capture him, but the other guy got away.
We have each other's back, and that's the main thing.
They sure do. The manager says this isn't the first time the store has been hit. 3 weeks ago, two similar-looking robbers tried the same thing, but they were chased off as well. A woman trying to take a picture of a dolphin at SeaWorld got a bit too close. The woman was bending over the side of a viewing tank and trying to take a photo with her iPad when the dolphin snatched the device right out of her hands and tossed it into the water. Another visitor recorded the whole thing. The woman was able to grab her iPad and walked away. No word on the fate of that iPad, but we're pretty sure it's dead.
Most likely, yes. An 80-year-old Wisconsin woman is taking on the ultimate thrill for her birthday, ziplining. Her whole family was on hand to watch Linda Watkins tackle the feat. They say although she's 80, she's going on 18, and she likes to do extreme things that no one else thinks she can do. This isn't the first time Watkins has done something daring for her birthday. She went whitewater rafting on her 70th birthday. Good for her. It keeps you young.
Remember former President George H.W. Bush?
Yep.
Skydiving?
He's done it several times.
90?
Something like, I believe on his last birthday. That was awesome. Yeah. Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, a piece of property once earmarked for housing is now up for sale.
Why an organization in Venice is getting rid of the land and what that means for its development.
Temperatures are rising, and the deals are hotter than ever during the summer clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Get the all-new Chrysler Pacifica for just $26,999 and get an additional $1,000 off with a trade-in. Hurry! Time is running out to get the new Dodge Journey for just $15,999. And right now, get up to $10,000 off a new Ram Crew Cab. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
If you have a suspicion for harboring prostate cancer, we have a way of diagnosing by using an exquisite instrument called three-dimensional color flow power Doppler ultrasound. Using this system, we can identify abnormalities within the prostate that you could otherwise never detect. The Dottoli Cancer Center is the only center in the southeastern United States which has this technology. If you have prostate cancer, we will find it.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
They took that stress and that tension when I was particularly feeling very bad after that nasty car accident, and it was such a relief to know that I didn't have to bear that burden alone, that I had help.
Our goal is to not just get a satisfactory settlement on their case. We want them up on their feet, happy again. They've gotten their life back.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little Sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.